Yo, what's good, Grateful family? Welcome in. Welcome back to the Grateful Gab podcast. I do have my cousin Papa Dennis in studio today, ladies and gentlemen. Super excited about that, man. Welcome in, cousin. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Um, got the daily verse coming here shortly, and then we'll begin into the sports order rundown. A lot to cover today, right? If you were here on Thursday, you are aware of what I discussed, and we'll tap on some things as well. As me and my cousin were just speaking offline, we'll tap on some things. Also, what stay tuned. It's a fun packed, a lot of information here, right? A lot of things we'll be covering over. A lot of head scratches probably to some people, right? Probably, episode will probably leave your face scrunched up, but it is what it is. It's the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle, and let's get into it. Daily verse. Daily verse for the date of December 13th, 2025, derives from the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 36, and it states as follows. For you need endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the fulfillment of the promise. Amen. And again, it's
Amen.
from the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 36. So, cousin, Jehovah give you that endurance, man. You doing his will, taking care of your family, taking care of your son. He gonna take care of you, man. You just continue to lean on him, cousin. He told you right there. Just continue to lean on him.
Swing on, bro.
Yeah, so today's sports huddle is as follows. Ringside coverage, Thursday night football recap, NFL Week 15 preview, NFL Top 10, Heisman finalists, which will be later on tonight. We'll go over the top four finalists, and we'll pick our winner out of the finalists. NCAA football awards, college football playoff is set again. Me and my cousin gonna be talking the full bracket, right? Talking about you know teams that should have got in, teams that didn't get in, whatever it may be. And we're going to ultimately pick the winners of each round as well, and ultimately pick the winner of the college football championship. NBA season, NCAA men's and women's top 25, and the National Hockey League. So let's kick it off this morning, ladies and gentlemen, with the ringside coverage.
All right, people. I know y'all don't miss me. It's been a lot going on as usual, but let's get the kind of semi-unimportant but important stuff out the way first. We do have the Continental Classic going on in AEW right now, and I am a big fan of tournament wrestling. I've been trying to watch AEW more so for the sake of your podcast, cuz of mine, because it's just like I know what I'm gonna get, and other wrestlers are talking. We know what's happening. We know what lane that they're in. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a little bit of stories going on within the Continental Classic, and I feel like it's pretty cool. But yeah. So right now you have the Gold League and the Blue League. Kazuchika Okada and Kyle Fletcher are tied at 6 points. Kevin Knight has 3 points. Kevin Knight, bro, is a monster, dude. Like, he's one of the best wrestlers, like, under 30. I believe Kevin Knight's still under 30. I've been watching him since New Japan. I ain't know dude was from Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is really out here representing in the wrestling world, dog. We are really a hidden gem creating wrestlers. Like, some of y'all favorites is coming from this state. It is so beautiful. I love it. Then Pac setting that
Question,
3.
cousin.
What's up?
Question, real quick. So is this tournament kind of built like the new
G1?
not the G1 climate? Yeah, is that kind of built like this?
It is kind of built like the G1 climax, whether people want to accept it or not. One of the biggest differences is that if you win, you get 3 points rather than 2. So that makes winning more important. And they put a 20-minute time limit draw on all their matches, which, I mean, that's understanding. You're on TV. New Japan, we can do what we want here. So, yeah, it has the same thing, but, it's just AEW once again biting off of New Japan, whether people want to
Okay.
accept it or not. Yeah, for me, it doesn't have the same flair, but there was some matches in there that I was like, oh, I want to see this and I want to see that, which I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at something like Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Okada was a really good match right there. I really did not expect Kyle Fletcher to beat Okada in the first night of this tournament, but he did. I'm so happy that Kevin Knight beat Darby Allin, dog. Like, the competition is flaring. But you know what? Let me say this too. Get well, Darby Allin. I don't know what happened, how he got injured, but he had to go to the hospital after that match. So get well and him. I'm gonna get back to this right quick though. Speedball Mike Bailey sitting at 3 points, and yeah, Jungle Boy Jack Perry took Darby Allin's place. He has not got a win yet in this tournament. Over in the Blue League, Claudio Castagnoli having a silent great second half of the year. The man went off to CMLL and became their heavyweight champion in Mexico. knocked off John Moxley in a match in the Continental Classic. He's sitting pretty at 6 points with the New Japan World Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita sitting behind him at 6 points. Moxley is sitting at 1 and 2 with 3 points. I feel like he's going to eventually have a turnaround. He's probably about to go back to a singles run. I feel like it's time for the Wild Thing, Solo Moxley, the vigilante type, anti-hero type Moxley to come back. This whole Death Riders thing, it didn't work in my eyes, and I feel like mainly it's because Shane McMahon didn't come to AEW to kind of be that mystery guy pulling the strings. Anyways, Mascara Dorado, he's sitting at 3. Orange Cassidy sitting at 3 points, and Roderick Strong has no points right now. And to the more important news, this is a very sad day and a very, momentous day. This is the last time we will see John Cena in a WWE wrestling ring, in a wrestling ring ever. He's not doing this again after the night. Like, this is it.
Gotta give it up for John, man.
Mm-hmm. That's a great applause right there, dude. But yeah, 17-time champion, as everybody already know. He is a Grand Slam champion. He finished that before, like, the end of his career about a month ago. He became the Intercontinental champion, but he lost it back to Dominic Mysterio. So he's won every title that WWE had or has. Um, yeah, and his last opponent is going to be Gunther, and I know a lot of people feel how they feel, but let's be honest here, dog. Gunther is that guy when it comes to in the ring general. Like, that is that guy. I feel like this is a great opponent. This is going to be a brutal match in my eyes. I personally don't think that John Cena is going to lose, and I feel like, we should all start giving Gunther his flowers. I don't care what the internet audience say. Listen to a round of applause. This man got the OG Gunther music back. He got the Walter music back. So everybody's anticipating him switching back to Walter. And that's just a different beast, even though it's the same animal. But, like, let's give this man his flowers, okay? The crowds love this guy. That is a bar, bro. Shout out to Kobe Bryant, RIP. But still, it's like, let's give this man his flowers. He is great. And yeah, I did have my complaints, even though I didn't get a chance to put it out online about this tournament. I'm like, man, where's all the young folks? I'm like, why is there nobody young? I'm like, bro, did John Cena realize he was like 23 years old when he came in and he had that match against Kurt Angle? He wasn't 38 like Gunther. But hey, it is what it is. He said we're going to have NXT versus the main roster on this card, Cuzzo. I think you should check it out just for one man, Darula. Obafemi, if you get a chance to watch this or go back to watch it, and I'll say even Leon Slater and Javon Evans. But yeah, John Cena is taking on Gunther in his last match. They will be main eventing the show. Gunther won the last time is now tournament. I know everybody wanted LA Knight, but I feel like Gunther's the better challenger. If John Cena had more time and LA Knight had time to kind of do what he does best on the mic and stuff to kind of build this up even more, then yeah, I feel like they would do this. But no, we need the guy right here. We need the most formidable guy for John Cena, like the challenge for him. And this is going to be a very fun match. Gunther says he's going to make him tap out. I feel like Gunther's going to tap out, or he's going to take at least 5 attitude adjustments and let that be that. We also going to have Bayley versus Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka's from NXT, one of the I could say brightest up and coming stars. I'm surprised she's not on the main roster yet. She just has a different aura about her and a finisher move that just stands out amongst everybody else. And she can wrestle. So Bayley versus Sol Ruka, that's going to be a good match. We're also going to have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee putting their tag team titles on the line against the youngest in charge and the young OG, Leon Slater and Javon Evans. Both of those guys. And Leon Slater's not even in WWE, man. He's in TNA. So they got him over here. He's going to WWE eventually. But yeah, Leon Slater and Javon Evans, that's going to be a great tag team, great match. AJ Styles is actually retiring next year. That's another Georgia legend right there. So we're going to be looking forward to that. But that's a good match to watch. And then Cody Rhodes, the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE champion, is going to be taking on Obafemi, the NXT champion. And I got all my money on Obafemi. I feel like he's going to win. We need something like this to happen in WWE. So I'm looking forward to it. And let it be clean. What's up, Cuzzo?
Are they playing for each other? Are they fighting for each other belts? Wrestling for each other belts?
No, they ain't going to do that right there.
Okay.
But Oba already done came and put Cody Rhodes on notice, man.
Oh, that'd be cool 'cause, they got a NXT WWE thing going, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, the thing about this and why it will be significant is we need a moment like this in WWE because we really don't get it because everything is so commercial now, especially with them basically doing the unscripted and letting us behind the scenes. Everything is so commercial. We need someone like a Obafemi who's been dominant down in NXT, a homegrown talent, and he's like a really big star. Two-time NXT champion, just beat Ricky Saints for the belt to get it back. And man said I went back to the motherland. I had to work on my strength. I had to go and do the mud wrestling thing. Then came
Mm,
back and told Ricky Saints, yo, daddy is home. And I'm like,
mm.
oh, snap, this man wants his belt back. So he got his championship belt back and he said everything remains the same. I rule over NXT, but now I got to go take on Cody. Let him
So
be him. Let it be a shocker. What's
so
up?
where are we able to view these matchups tonight?
We are able to view this on Peacock, and unfortunately, WWE is going to take their whole library off of Peacock eventually, and I hate them for that. But you can view this on Peacock because this is going to be on NBC as well if you have regular cable. But Peacock, if you have the app, it comes on at 7 o'clock, if I'm correct. I'm gonna double check that and get back around to it, cuz but yeah, comes on 7, 8 o'clock tonight. And other than that, you can watch how you want to watch.
Okay. So
Mhm.
that's for both the AEW tournament and the
AEW tournament is on HBO Max. So tonight
okay.
is Saturday. They have Collision coming on. Collision comes on at 8 o'clock every Saturday. You can watch it on HBO Max.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Appreciate it. But yeah, man, hats off to, a ring legend, John Cena. I was in the 2K chat yesterday with some of the guys I run with, and they was talking about that he wanted to have his match be the first match instead of the main event, like, to take that spotlight off him. But yeah, man, the John Cena, that was definitely one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. I had a lot, but John Cena definitely is one of those guys. I just remember that. When he transformed the belt, the WWE belts that you see today, he was responsible for that. He brought that swag. He brought, he was just that guy. You know what I
They
mean? The
don't
first,
let nobody customize belts anymore ever since they let him did them spinner belts. I wish
those
they would.
man, those spinner belts, man, legendary, man.
I
I mean,
still want one. Fuck
they were
it.
just so tough, bro. Like, I mean, that was it. Like, you had never seen nothing like that, like ever. It was iced out. Like, it was, yeah. John Cena, he just put the WWE on his back. Like, ever since when he became the champion, he put the WWE on his back, and it never went away. All right,
S-
he would
Damn
never
near
not stop.
17 years on
Yeah,
top.
so, yeah,
Like
so
this man had a Tom Brady, LeBron James level reign on top of WWE as far as being like the top guy. It
right,
took until like maybe 3 years ago for somebody else to top him in merchandise sales. That's how long this man has been dominant.
right. So, man, hats off to John again, and we're gonna give you a farewell clap.
Oh yeah, last thing, Cuzzo. I just want to remind everybody that John Cena is the only rapper with a platinum album. So just keep that in mind, everybody.
Yeah. Well, on in the ring, out the ring, he getting it done, man. So salute to John Cena and best of success in your next endeavors. And yeah, man, we enjoyed your run, bro. We appreciate you. As we look ahead to NFL, it plays. Here we go. All right, so Thursday night football, cousin. What did you think? What did you think, cuz?
Boy, I feel like Raheem Morris on the sideline, his facial expression looked like that auntie that Fred Sanford was always arguing with on Sanford and Son. That's how his
Mm-hmm.
facial expression looked the entire time. Like every mess up, every fumble. I'm like, dog, what did Arthur Blank tell this dude? But man, the Falcons played a good game.
Well,
I'm glad that they decided to kind of play what's the word I want to use? Season record in a way. Kind
mm-hmm,
of stopping the momentum of the Tampa Bay Bucks, even though they haven't really won much in the past 8 games. But
mm-hmm,
basically keeping them from getting that top seed and going to potentially making it to the playoffs. But
mm-hmm.
Kyle Pitts, dude, I'm gonna miss him when he's gone. I don't know
Yeah,
what we're gonna do about that, but whoever gets Kyle Pitts, like this was probably the best game I've seen and like since that rookie season.
not for sure.
L-
I
Like,
mean, he
oh
had a
my
historic
god,
game. He had a historic game, 11 receptions, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think he's tied like Shannon Sharp with like uh tight end performance or something like that in the
it
game.
was Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
yes,
he's the
that's
only,
rare.
tight end to have a 150-yard game this year, I think.
You know, hey, doing what you gotta do. Yeah, and to the point of they played a good game. They played good enough to win, but 19 penalties for
Bruh,
100 plus yards.
the team is falling apart. We
Wow.
already know this, though. I'm
Yo,
still
yo,
waiting on this new regime. The locker room, I feel like Raheem Morris is slowly losing it, or it's just gradually happening game by game.
you
So,
know,
yeah, the fact that they had 19 penalties and they still pulled this out, yeah, I'm
th-
going to give this to them because I'm going to say, hey, they had a good game, mainly because Kyle Pitts and James Pierce Jr. out here showing out.
yeah,
Hey,
it was good to
I'm
see
so
him with a
happy
sack.
about him. Dude,
Yeah.
6 straight games with a
Okay,
sack.
coming along,
Remember,
cuz.
bro, you remember a couple weeks ago, I was saying I'm waiting on him to enter the chat, to enter the party. And he
Oh
said,
yeah.
hold my beer. He's been in this thing he's just a game wrecker. I had to realize, like, you're not going to see him, well, for right now, you're not going to see him go off for like 15 tackles and stuff like that. He's just going to wreck the game, cause interceptions, cause fumbles, get to the quarterback. That's all we got him for. And I appreciate
Mhm.
that.
No, that was huge for the Falcons. You know, I was going on my rant about, the Falcons and how they, beat formidable opponents and then they lose to nobodies and,
Very
you
accurate.
know, the consist yeah, I said the Falcons are falconing right now. Cause at first I
The
said they
blood
weren't
pressure
falconing,
birds.
but that definitely deserved a dog laugh. That is funny. I ain't never heard that one.
Oh,
The
bro, they
blood
got
pressure
hoodies in
bird.
Atlanta, bro. They got hoodies in Atlanta. They call them
The
the
blood
blood pressure birds.
That's sickening. All right. Well, it's just the blood pressure birds this year on the East Coast because I understand. But
You talking about,
yeah,
man,
man,
y'all
I,
still
I
can
was
go to the
talking about
playoffs with the Eagles.
I, I was talking about I was talking about how the Falcons falcon, they the blood pressure birds do their thing or whatever. And it was a huge win for them though, right? Because the Panthers are like, yes, appreciate y'all. Y'all had a chance to beat us, y'all didn't, but you beat the Buccaneers for us. Thank you. Right. So now the
Mhm.
Panthers are in full effect. Like the last two of the last three games, the Buccaneers and the Panthers face off. So this is why I really love this time of the year where you never know how the season is going. Like you said, the beginning of the beginning of the season, nothing really matters. Every game matters, right? Of course, but then you get to the middle of the pack, you get to the middle of the season where
You gotta pick
teams
up
start to
momentum at the
elevate,
right
eh,
time.
right? Teams start to elevate, teams start to decline, right? Then you get to those last weeks 15 through 18, right? 15 through
You
18,
learn
yeah.
who you really are.
And then it's like, okay, well, this conference ain't clinched. This conference ain't clinched. Now you have an opportunity for the Panthers, and we said both earlier this year the Panthers will be a better team, right? We said they would be a better team, but now it's like, okay, they have an opportunity to actually clinch the division to make the playoff. They haven't made the playoffs since 2017. That's an 8-year drought. You know what I mean? So now they're like, all right, everything is going in the right direction, and this is gonna be good. So the Falcons definitely, help the NFC South potentially get a new champion. I know they wanted it to be them, but no, the things that unfortunate season, right? A lot of things in the beginning of the season hurt them. Middle of the season definitely hurt them. Now, they at least try to find some momentum on the back end, right? Try to find some momentum. Kirk Cousins played big for y'all too. Had over
Yeah.
300 perfect yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, right? So that's huge, right? So I mean,
Yeah, but
just
he
try to find.
normally, like, he built this reputation since he been in Atlanta that he's gonna show out against Tampa Bay.
Right. Well,
Like, we can guarantee that from Kirk Cousins that when he plays Tampa Bay, he's gonna play his best football.
all right.
I don't know what
Well,
it is about them.
I don't know either, but y'all got it done. I was happy. I'm glad the Buccaneers lost, even though I
Still
mean it don't
waiting on
got
that
nothing
new
to do with
regime.
me. Right. Well, it'll come because I went on a new regime in Atlanta too for the Hawks.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
it's coming together. So 29-28, Falcons over the Buccaneers, huge win for the NFC South, and a huge opportunity for the Panthers to go forward. So speaking of matchups for this weekend, Week 15 is already here, cousin, of the
Yeah.
NFL season. I mean, championship weekend for college football has already been done and gone. I mean, it's just wow. We just football. Uh, Football need to be all year round. All year round. Maybe from the April to May months. We play one game a month or something. But we need to see some
April to
football.
May months, we play one game, cuz.
We need some football. June, July, we need 2 games. August, regular season start again. Like we need football all year
I mean,
round.
they
They
can
can get
always make, like, some sort of G League for football in the summer, they
uh
can televise those
we
those, spring games.
we do got the XFL, you know what I mean?
No,
But
no,
that's
I'm talking
cool.
about the NFL having
No,
something, not the XFL, no.
I know, but we need that. Yeah, that was cool. That is cool to follow and that type of stuff. But we want the real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
but it's all good. It's all good. It's good fun. And we shall see how it goes. But yeah, so week 15, right? Huge matchups again. I love this time of the year. Teams are still clawing and scratching for playoff spots, and
Yep.
teams are trying to clinch divisions. Right, so we got a huge AFC South or the AFC East matchup. Bills
You talking
Patriots. That
about
AFC
Patriots and Bills? That's
the
AFC East.
AFC
Yep.
AFC East, yeah, AFC East. Buffalo on the road against New England. New England, with a surprise victory over the Bills earlier this year that took a lot of people by storm. It definitely took me by storm. It was a close one, 23-20. Both of these teams are still trending in the right direction, right? Josh
Mhm.
Allen and the Bills, I feel like they're finding their stride, right? Getting healthy at the right time. And the New England Patriots, right? They are overachieving, right? Expectations, right?
Oh,
Nobody
man,
expects
that's a
them to
word.
be
That's the word.
no. Sure. Nobody expecting them to come in and be 11-2 on the year. Nobody, right? Maybe
I
they did.
expected them to be better, but now
Me
you got a
too.
point.
But that's why I love football because any team any year can come and be the best team, right? And the Patriots are showing it. They have a great opportunity in front of them. Chiefs not gonna make the playoffs most likely, right? So they won't have to worry about Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Oh,
So
no, you know who should be happy about that?
the Bills,
Bruh, because that's the only thing that sent Josh Allen way, and he walking into a playoffs where the only person with more playoff experience than him is Aaron Rodgers right now.
right? Well, yeah, but the Steelers ain't gonna do nothing. But yeah, so the
Oh, we
Bill. I
already
mean,
know that.
great opportunity right now for those guys, and we shall see how it plans out. But that's gonna be a huge game, one of the biggest games tomorrow of the 1 p.m. slate. Patriots
Mhm.
Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills to win. I'm tired of seeing the Patriots win. I mean lose, win. I
Yeah,
need
you
I need
gotta
the
say
guys.
that.
The guys in my group chat to get humbled because they just swear the Patriots going all the way, which I'm glad they are achieving and having good success. But you know whatever, hey. No, I'm not. I don't care. I just think the Bills are in prime position to get a victory right now. Like I said, they lost earlier this year by 3 points on the road. A lot of different things happened to come to that result. But I just think the Bills are finding confidence right now, finding a stride, and going forward. Before we go on,
What's
I
up?
need to get your take, cousin. I
What's up?
need to get your take. What did you think about Phillip Rivers coming to the coast? Please let me know.
Boy, I'm looking on the next season, but here's the trickery. I heard that he's been using this offense that the Colts have in high school with his son, so he's familiar with the system already. He got Tom Brady saying, "I got a couple years left in me, or I got one more year." So I'm like, "Oh Lord, all the OGs about to try to come back."
Nah,
But
Tom Brady
I,
can't come back because he
I,
got ownership in the Raiders. He can't unretire and play football.
oh man, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I'm just like, I guess this is what you call trying. They brought in somebody that's very familiar with the system, but I don't know, man. I think we peaked early, and everything just kind of just seasoned down. But Daniel Jones was already playing with like a fractured fibula. So when I heard about that, I was like, oh yeah, things about to take a turn. Anthony Richardson, I'm like, I still don't want this man in my lineup. The other
You-
rookie that we drafted, he got a knee injury. So I'm
right.
like, this is where we at. They're trying to, plug all the holes in this. Oh boy, then Sauce Gardner, I believe he's out for a little bit.
Mm.
Oh yeah, so it ain't looking good right now for Indy. It looked fun early. It was fun.
What what did you think of Daniel Jones' performance before he got injured? Was he still giving Danny Dollar vibes, or he was going he digressed to Danny Dimes?
I feel like he regressed to Danny Dimes because he played good competition. He had to deal with the Chiefs defense that's still. Let's go back and look at this schedule right quick
All
because
right, all
we
right.
we kind of started to see the fall a little bit. We started to watch it.
Because this is a huge matchup later on today on the road against Seattle. This is a team that's peaking right now in the NFC. They
Oh
always been
yeah,
good.
that's.
They're on the
Oh
rise
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
And
yeah.
potentially they're going to be in the NFC Championship game type of rise. Like it's going to be an NFC West NFC Championship game. In my opinion, that's what I'm. You know, we're not going to be there, but that's my opinion. So I
All
hope
right,
we
so
be there, but I doubt it. I'm on a 1% fence. But go ahead,
we
cuz.
gotta. All right, so check this out. He had that rough game against the Steelers, right? And then the Falcons defense showed up, but he still found a way to beat the Colts. Not the
Mhm.
Colts, but beat the Falcons.
Mhm.
Then he came along with the Chiefs. That defense just stomped him, man. He couldn't do nothing. It kind of felt
Right.
like watching the Falcons offense for a game. It's like
Right.
they just off the field so fast. And he couldn't really rely on JT. Once they shut
Right.
down that run game and they getting pressure on him, they couldn't do nothing. Michael Pittman Jr. dropping important passes. It's just
Right.
like everything started to really crumble. And then the Texans is peaking at the right time.
Peaking at the right
So
time.
it's like a beat up, brittle Colts team. And don't get me wrong, they're very fun to watch. They still have a shot at the playoffs. They
Right. Yeah,
still
they
have
do.
a shot.
They
So
do.
it's just like they could kind of flip all this around, but I don't know if that's about to happen with a 44-year-old Philip Rivers.
Yeah,
I'm not about to
that
sit here and go crazy about that.
that was my thing. Like, are the Colts still trying to win? Because
That's
Philip,
the
in
version.
my opinion, Philip Rivers does not give you the best chance to win football games, bro. Like when it comes all down to it, because what are you about to rush? You about to rush Jonathan Taylor 25, 30 times a game?
And they've
Because
done that before, and they see how what happens after that for a while.
and what type of offense are you about to run with him? Like
They're gonna
he's
run the same offense apparently.
okay. I mean, this is something I'm gonna definitely tune in just to see how he looks for a series, and that's gonna tell me enough if y'all gonna be able to
Bro.
win at least 3 of these next 4 games. Because
Let me look at these.
Seahawks, you got the Seahawks, the 49ers, Jaguars, and the Texans again. You got
Bruh,
two.
no.
You got two more
That's
home
a
games.
2-2. That's a possible 2-2, dog. Dog.
I'm going because
No.
y'all might lose all 4 of these. I ain't gonna lie
That's
to
a
you, cause
bruh. And I'm being nice by saying 2-2, dog.
right, cause
Oh.
the Niners are peaking at the right time.
Yep.
Seahawks, they gonna whoop y'all butt tomorrow. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just them. They on a different level right
We'll
now.
put up
Like,
a fight for 2 quarters.
whew, boy, the defense gonna have this is the time for the defense right here. Like, them guys gotta hit people in the mouth, fly around. I mean,
This
all
a
day, every day. Cause
this is a very tough stretch for a 44-year-old quarterback.
I
It's
mean,
not
bro,
named Tom Brady.
right? I mean, Phillip Rivers, dudes, yeah, will he be a Hall of Famer one day? I think so, right?
Yes.
He had an amazing career with the Chargers, right? Chargers leading everything for the as quarterback position, right? But
Mhm.
man, bro, this is a different NFL, bro. We
Yeah.
30 plus, and I mean, and I'm in some shape. I can move around and stuff still, but bro, them young boys, different, man. Hey, bro, this is a different game, bro. This. Cause Will Fairphone hopefully finish 4 games. He finished 4 games, I'd be surprised. Cause boy, they gon' mm-mm. But yeah, I wanted to get your take on that because I know you are a Colts fan and on
Yeah,
the
I've
outside
been
looking in, I ain't even asked you offline, so I just want to be able to,
Oh
you
man,
know.
I'm just sitting here just watching the sunset. That's what this feels like.
Mm,
It was very fun. Like this was very fun to see this, the new ownership. And I have a lot of faith for the future of the Colts. But now we gotta look at, we just traded our first round pick. We got Sauce for it, but now Sauce hurt. And it's like, dang,
mm.
Daniel's done. The Falcons
Y'all,
better not going. You saw what?
y'all bringing him back?
Bruh, I don't want to bring him back with a torn Achilles.
Mm.
It took 2 years for Kirk Cousins to become a smidge of himself again.
That was his best opportunity to have a career again somewhere, and he got injured, man.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Mac Jones. You
Oh,
better bring in Mac
hey,
Jones, dog.
Hey, man, Matt Jones, bro. See, earlier we were talking about where he could go to, right? And
Yeah.
then we didn't even think Daniel Jones was gonna get hurt and not be available for the future. But hey, Matt Jones better, hey, him and
Mac
Shane
Jones gonna be
Steichen,
sought after,
They
bro.
better bring Matt Jones over there.
Yeah,
Cardinals gonna
Mac
try to get him.
Jones. You said Cardinals?
Cardinals gonna try to get him. Cardinals,
Oh yeah, because I'm hearing Kyler
they
Murray about to be out.
yeah, he out. They don't Jacoby Brissett ain't gonna be the quarterback for the future. They
Oh
trying
man,
to they yeah,
Jacoby Brissett was never so. I don't know why anybody would think that he's gonna win you a couple games. That's what he's gonna do.
right. But
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of teams on the quarterback hunt this offseason. So we shall see. Matt Jones definitely getting a contract somewhere for sure. A guy who came in, first round potential. Well, he was the first rounder, but had a lot of potential to be great.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
really
just
pan
played for
out.
New England.
But
He
but
played for
now
New England at a bad time.
the NFL, the game. The NFL is a fast paced game, and guys that are young and not experienced can have some time. Some guys pick up on it faster, depending on the system they in, and some guys have a longer time. But Mac Jones has definitely a lot of upside. He's going to be a good quarterback going into the future for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it. Another 1 p.m. game, right? We got the Eagles coming off their third loss of the season in a row, looking to host the Raiders. If we lose this game, cause I'm already there at the bottom of my hope for them. Is here, or like
You
it'll be
think
like
there's a chance that Geno Smith is gonna go and show out against the Eagles?
no, he not supposed to be playing. He's out. Kenny Pickett will be playing. Like I said, I mean, defense, bro. I don't, bro. The defense has been defensive, dude. I truly believe this defense is able to play well in the playoffs. Right. That's not my. That's
Mhm.
not. I'm not questioning that side of the ball. I think we're going to dominate. We dominated the Chargers last week, right? We had 5 turnovers and we still had an opportunity to win the game at the end of the game. Like it's no way that you get that in NFL games, right? But the defense come through. Prime example, we gave the ball up. The Kobe Dean, we got the ball back. The next exact play, the Kobe Dean with a strip sack fumble, right? That's what we do. The defense is defensing. The offense is, I don't know, man, but those guys believe in it, and I still have some type of hope in them. But man, cousin, we lose to the Raiders. Just
I never thought that we'll be having this conversation and you'll be
me either.
saying if we lose to the Raiders.
Re-
Like that, that just doesn't sound like something that
me either, cuz. Me either, cuz. This is a joke,
if
man.
we lose to the Raiders.
This is a joke, cousin. This is a joke, man.
That
This is
just
a
sounds
game,
so weird to hear you say.
cousin. This is a game that even if we win, I'm like, I'm not impressed, right? We don't win this game by 40 points or something like that. I'm not impressed, cuz we win this game by a
We're probably gonna
touchdown.
win by 10. That's
I'm
the
not
Eagles way
impressed.
right
It's not
now.
enough. Not enough, cousin. Not enough. I need to see us win by 30 over a team like this. If they say the team that they still we're capable of doing this still. We know what our goals are. We know what's in front of us. Well, show me. Show me. Because the last 5 weeks of Eagles football ain't been it. Ain't been it. And really the whole season, but we've been letting y'all slide because we've been winning. Right? Because I take a win any type of way, but not now.
Yeah,
Games like this, I need to
yeah.
win by 30 easily. But I continue. It's okay. Like I said, we lose to them because I ain't mentioning them no more on the season. I ain't gonna tell you no falsehood. You know what I mean? Maybe the defense. That's
Dang,
it.
he said I ain't
But
missing them no more on the season.
maybe on the defense. Maybe on the defense. But another huge matchup tomorrow in the division, right? Ravens losing last week to the Steelers. They fell to second place in the AFC North. So the Bengals will be hosting the Ravens for the second time in 3 weeks. Bengals looking to repeat what they did a couple weeks ago against the Ravens and gave them an absolutely belt to tail whooping. So Ravens, right? They're trying to trend back in the right direction. Get back to 500, get back to being competitive in the AFC North with a win over the Bengals. So a win that they truly need. Then we got the Jaguars hosting the Jets, right? The Jaguars, they are trying to submit themselves as the that's AFC South, right?
Yep.
AFC South title winners, right? They're in a battle with the Texans right now. So a must-win team for the Jaguars and the Jets, and happily, both of them play sorry teams tomorrow. Jaguar play the Jets, Texans play the Cardinals. We got a Chargers Chiefs matchup, right? Chargers coming off a huge victory over the Eagles. Chiefs, just trying to survive, right? They're just trying to find some type of way to win these last 4 games
Well,
and potentially
that road
get the wild
ends
card
here.
spot. What
That
happened?
road's gonna end here. Like that. This is
Right.
a
So
wrap.
Right, yeah. So, Chiefs Chargers played first game of the year. Chargers beat the Chiefs down in Brazil. And now the Chiefs, like I said, they lost last week to the Texans, lost to the Cowboys. Right. They're team that's bro, they put something out Gatorade from the Super Bowl last year. Right. They didn't they put more in the losing side, because they see what it was.
I'm done.
We dominated the Chiefs so bad they were drinking more Gatorade than we was drinking. So that's why they feeling a little bit more. We got a couple more wins than they do, but they was still a non-Gatorade too. But these 2 Super Bowl teams for last year, this ain't it, cuz. This ain't it. I don't think I've ever seen 2 Super Bowl teams in the last 10 years not be it. You know what I mean? The next season. So but whatever, I continue. Um yeah, so Chiefs Chargers tomorrow, that'll be a pretty solid game. Right, Browns Bears. I'm looking forward to this matchup too. Shadur Sanders been doing his thing. Shadur Sanders been Sandering. I said Thursday. This is
It's a Sandering. Oh,
this is the legit QB1, man. The Browns, you can't make it. You can't make it up, man. They should have been playing that guy from the beginning. They would have been in a better spot, right? But no, they want to let all these other people. Like as a head coach, bro. As a head coach, like I said, I don't know the head coach vibe against him. He obviously don't like him because he don't want to help him. He don't want to help finish games or win games. But you know,
Yeah, that was
he
crazy.
gotta he gotta go because this kid gonna be great in the NFL, man. I love his humility, right? He guy just come working, working, working. You know, he just making it happen. So I'm proud of him, and I'm looking forward to see how he competes against Caleb Williams, right? He outdoor Cam Ward. I want to see if he's gonna outdoor Caleb Williams. So that's gonna be a good game tomorrow as well. 1 p.m. on Fox. Bears host the Browns. Commanders Giants game. No one cares about that game. Get well,
Mm.
Jaden Daniels. You gotta, I was telling one of my brothers yesterday that this is the most. This is. I've never seen this like this before, where a guy who just took his team to the NFC Championship game as a rookie, he's barely played in 4 or 5 games this year. I don't know how many games he's played in this year, honestly.
Sophomore slump.
Sophomore slump is not even that. He had a chance to be on the field to have a sophomore slump. He had a
It be
sophomore
like that
beatdown.
though.
You
It
know,
be like
like
that though. But then on
you
top of
know.
that, cuz you know why I say we got what happens when they get a playbook on you. Everybody got the playbook.
They is lighting him up, bro. Like I'm trying to see how many games he's played this year because I don't even know, cuz like for real, like I don't even know how many games he's been available for this year. Like stats this year 2025, he's played in 7 games, cousin. He's played in 7 games. He didn't even finish last game. So, you know what I mean? I don't
Mhm.
know what's going on, man. This ain't it though. You know, you too young and yeah, you got to get healthier, bro. You got to get healthy because the Commanders won't be successful without this man being on the field, and
Yep.
obviously it's showing. And
Yep.
he has to be available. So we shall see how that goes. We already mentioned the Seahawks Colts matchup tomorrow at 4:25 p.m. on CBS. We got another huge matchup between the NFC and the AFC. We got the Broncos looking to clinch the AFC West title, and we have the Packers looking to be relevant and make their case for a NFC North opportunity. So tomorrow at 4:25 p.m. on CBS, we got the Broncos hosting the Packers. That should be a good matchup. The Packers are trending in the right direction, and the Broncos are just doing their thing. You know,
Mhm.
they're on like a 10-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So they're just playing great football. Then you got the 49ers hosting the Titans. You got the Panthers going up against the Saints. It's a huge game for the Panthers. Huge game for the Saints. The Saints, I talked about last week, right? The Saints, who did they play last week? Did they beat the Buccaneers?
Yep.
Right? The Buccaneers, the AFC South matchup, the Buccaneers whooping on the first time. The Saints found a way to win, right? I know. Yeah. The Buccaneers lost to the Saints last week. And then the Saints have another opportunity to kind of make some noise in the NFC South. They say, "Well, look, like, hey, let me take out my glass and see what the Falcons just did." Well, hey, we try to make it interesting too. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't going to the playoffs, so let's try to shake up the NFC South even more because again, these last 4 games, the Panthers played the Buccaneers twice. So now
Yep.
the Saints. Let me go back to the Buccaneers schedule real quick because I don't know if the Buccaneers have any more NFC South matchups before
I
before
think
the Pan.
no, I
No, they
think
don't.
this yeah, it's the last
They play
ones
the
right here, the
They
Panthers.
play the Dolphins the week after they play the Panthers, but the Panthers got Saints, another team, then the Bucks and the Bucks. So like, I mean, this is what the Saints is like. Their last opportunity to make to do something, put a dent in somebody's side, just because, right?
Yeah.
But I said this Panther team is just trending in the right direction right now. Bryce Young is playing Bryce Young football, right? And the Panthers got a tough schedule. They have to win these next 4 games, especially all in the NFC South. They
Yeah,
got
they
the
got the
Saints on the road
Seahawks.
tomorrow. Then they got the Buccaneers at home. Then they got the Seahawks at home, and then they got the Buccaneers on the road. So I mean, hey, I gotta call my brother, man. We might have to go down. We might have to go down to Charlotte to see the Seahawks. I gotta call my brother after this game and see what he want to do because we might have to do that one. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a good matchup for the Panthers and Saints tomorrow. Panthers better win because if they don't, boy, it's gonna be some drama in the NFC South. So I'm looking forward to it. But I got the Panthers winning tomorrow, 4:25 p.m. on Fox. We got the
Mhm.
Rams Lions matchup, right? NFC North. I'm not the NFC North, the NFC matchup. Huge matchup for the Rams. Huge matchup for the Lions, right? Lions coming off a victory last week against the
Mhm.
Cowboys, right? They're finding their stride again, hit 40 plus points once again during the season. Rams coming off a tough loss against the Panthers? No, they dominated they dominated the Cardinals last week. I'm sorry. That was the
Yeah.
week before last. So they dominated the Cardinals last week, right? They dropped 45 points. So this is gonna be a huge matchup. All right, a matchup of wheels, right? A matchup of defenses. This should be one of the better games for the afternoon slate as well. And then Moving into the evening, right? Sunday night football, we got the Cowboys hosting the Vikings. Cowboys still trying to survive and find a way to win, win out and potentially earn a wild card, maybe even sneak up and take the NFC East from the Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised, but whatever.
Oh no.
We shall we shall see. But the Vikings, right? Vikings coming off a dominating win last week over the Commanders, shutout 31-0. And the Vikings, they're just trying to find stride. They're trying to find an opportunity to find some rhythm because they haven't had consistency at the quarterback position all year, right? They've had inconsistency in defensive availability, offense, all these type of things. So this should be a good matchup tomorrow night, 8:20 p.m. on NBC or Peacock. And then Monday Night Football, right? Steelers, Dolphins. The Dolphins and the Steelers, the way the Dolphins started the season and the way the Steelers started the season, you would never think when they met up in Week 15, it will be one game separating them, right?
Yeah.
The Dolphins are 6-7, and the Steelers are 7-6. The Dolphins win this game, they're 7-7. The Steelers lose this game, they're 7-7. Right? The AFC this year has just been a doozy. Like the AFC teams have not been good this year. Like it's for these guys to be division leaders. AFC North teams haven't been good. Right? AFC South teams, the Bills and the Patriots been carrying them. Right? I'm not AFC South. That's y'all division.
NFC
AFC
East.
East. Right?
Yeah.
AFC South that division is a close race. The only AFC division that really has some gap is the AFC West, right? With the Broncos. AFC West is the team that's really just they've submitted themselves as like the legit favorite, right? And the Chargers have an opportunity too. The Chargers, Bills, Patriots, Broncos, they all in that area of the division is up in the air. Those
Yeah.
two division leaders lose today, and the other two, the number two guys win. They have an opportunity, right? So but other than that, it hasn't been too many clear favorites in the NFL overall of just clear cut division winners, right? So, but that's what you kind of want to see. Me personally, that's what you want to see. You want to be able to see competition. So when games week 4, week 5 come, week 15 through 18 get here, games still matter. So
Yeah.
looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. And stay tuned here. Make sure y'all pull up on Thursday to get results from NFL Week 15. So before we move on, bring it out, cousin. I need to see it, baby. NFL Top 10. I need to see it. Are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today.
Alright. So, cause I made some
Top 10.
changes. I've made some changes.
Changes needed to be made, cuz. Changes
Yeah,
needed to
I
be
made
made.
some changes. Some people out, some people in. I wish I could have done a little bit more with this, but I did create my list so early because I figured this was going to be a busy week. But coming in as my honorable mentions right now, I have the Lions and 49ers.
Okay, okay.
Yep. The
Solid.
49ers, yep, like the 49ers is, like you said, they're a very good team, a team to watch out when it comes to the playoffs. Any team that can have so many injuries and still go out here and find ways to win and their team can play at the top level, it's very dangerous. Lions, I threw them back in there because, like you said, they're going back in the stride. And they dropped that 44 piece on the Dallas Cowboys, and I had Dallas Cowboys sitting at number 10 because I was just like, they're fun to watch. And they came off of 2 big wins against the last Super Bowl opponents. So it was
Mhm.
like, hey, it made sense to me. Number 8, spinning the block, I got the Houston Texans. I feel like they started the season rough, and now they are really in stride. CJ Stroud's doing his thing, but that defense is the number 1 defense in the league, and that's kind of surprising to see when you look at the Seattle Seahawks and the way they playing out there. But hey, Houston Texans, they're spinning the block, looking at the house, wondering what's going on. They want to come to the door, see what's up, get in there, maybe make a little bit of noise. And they're trying to win that AFC South too. So, it's going to be very interesting. I hate when these phones kind of just sit here and keep cutting off. I'm like, I'm watching something, dog.
Mhm.
Anyways, number 7, I still got Chicago Bears in here. They're knocking on the door. The Jacksonville Jaguars jumped them. They had a good win against a divisional opponent. and I feel like people should watch them. They can go out here and they can put up some points.
Mm-hmm.
They're picking up at the right time. I mean, hey, Trevor Lawrence is doing his thing. The offense is like playing really good. Defense is playing outstanding. But they got a big win against the Colts that is kind of going on a decline right now. I don't know what's going to happen with a 44-year-old quarterback. And the Chicago Bears, they're sitting here knocking on the door still. They had a close game against the Packers. People think they're going to fall off. I don't think the Chicago Bears team is going to fall off. This is a different culture. They have a different coach. Caleb Williams is playing out of his mind right now. So yeah, still look out for them. They're knocking on that door, and they're are they still competing with the Packers for the NFC North, or did the
Oh, for
Packers get
sure.
that?
They are. The
Okay,
the whole race is still close.
okay,
Lions, Packers, Bears, all of them still in competition.
okay, cool, cool, cool. So who I got sitting at the table inside the house talking about Super Bowl aspirations? I got
So
the Packers,
number six was the Jaguars,
Jaguars.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, Jaguars and Bears basically flopped from last week. You
Okay.
know, I just looked at the Jaguars had a great performance and they won the AFC divisional matchup. And
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna kind of trump losing the NFC North divisional matchup. So hey, with the Packers, they're sitting at number 5 for me still. I've ignored them for too long, but they are definitely looking like a Super Bowl team. Michael Parsons is doing his job. Jordan Love is peaking at the right time. Everything is looking gravy. Number 4, I only moved them down because of a bye in the performance of other teams, but the Patriots is sitting at number 4 for me for right now. We all know how good they are. They had the easiest schedule going into the playoffs. I'm just waiting for them to get into the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to lose any games. Well, besides this Buffalo Bills game, they could potentially lose this. But yeah, the Patriots, they are looking like a Super Bowl team. I'm not ready to just throw that hat on them just yet. You still got to go in the playoffs and you still got to play playoff football. That's a different beast. And
Mm-hmm.
we gotta see what happens with that. So the Patriots is sitting at number 4. I got the Broncos sitting at number 3. They're still on their win streak, playing outstanding on both sides of the ball. Sean Payton's doing a great job coaching this team, and Bo
Mm-hmm.
Nix is showing that hey, you can play 6 years in college football and still come in the league and show out.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I got Seattle Seahawks. This
Mm-hmm.
is stranger danger. Like y'all need to watch out for these boys, man. Like, bro, cuz you shaking your head like you already know.
And we've been talking about them all year. Them boys like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they are like that, man. They see what they did to the Falcons. Sam Darnold just see the Falcons and say, I got to put a whooping on them every single time I see them. So Seattle Seahawks, they're sitting at number 2 for me. And number 1, Los Angeles Rams, man. Like, what more can we say about that? Like, there's nothing else we can really say. We've seen how good this Los Angeles Rams team is. They are looking like they're about to go to the Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford
mm-hmm.
is playing MVP level football and should be
Mm-hmm.
in the MVP race if he's not already. And dang, I'm having a brain fart. Head coach for the Rams.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay is just showing everybody that hey, this is all me. Because I swear, Atlanta thought they was getting somebody from the from the Sean McVay coaching tree. They thought they was getting 2 people from that Sean McVay coaching tree to come and shake up this culture, and that did not happen.
Mm.
Because that is my top 10 in order right here. I got Rams, Seahawks, Broncos, Patriots, Packers, Jaguars, and Bears are knocking on the door. Texans is spinning the block. 49ers and Lions are honorable mentions.
All righty. So, looking forward to a great top 10. Of course, my team didn't deserve to be in there. I told you last week to take them out, but you had them in there. We're going to keep moving forward, and we're going to, keep, hoping for the best for them. And well, we
Hey,
shall
cuz
see.
let me ask you a question right quick before we
Yes,
jump
sir.
off the football section. So me and my mom been talking about the Atlanta Falcons because I'm just like, we need a whole culture change for this Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons is too Atlanta. So I was explaining to her, I said, you look at the Atlanta Falcons, do you see AO like we're gonna win a championship? Or do you see, oh, this looks like a fun team?
When I look at the Falcons,
That's why I asked her. This is how
uh,
the way I describe the Falcons is kind of how I look at Atlanta, bro. Sometimes you got that handful that's gonna stand on business. They gonna be about it, but then you got the flex. You got to look the parts. You got to
mhm,
look at my watch, look at my wrist, and that's
right.
the Atlanta Falcons. When you
Mm,
look at the Atlanta Falcons, you look at B. John Robinson, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., Xavier Watts, Jesse Bates. When you look at all that, and you look at Raheem Morris coming in here. It's look at my watch.
Mm.
This is Atlanta. It's to Atlanta. The Atlanta Falcons need an entire culture change. We need somebody to come in and that's going to bring championship level mentality, not find somebody that fits Atlanta. Because trying to find people that fit Atlanta is not working here. Okay,
But
look at my
see,
watch. It's not bringing them. It's not bringing Lombardis.
see, that's the thing about when people say, uh, represent Atlanta. See, Atlanta got two different sides, right? You got a money side of Atlanta, right? People, you know, Atlanta's is a hustle city. You know, when
Yeah.
you grind out, you get it from the gutter, you know, you get to the top. But see, Atlanta has been so what's the word I'm looking for? Been in the spotlight of the success there. They don't look at the grind, right? That's a true Atlanta. Like you said, you know, I'm from the city. I know you know you're part of the city, but you know, I was raised there, bro. Like
Oh no, I'm on the
it's a
outside. I'm from the suburbs. I claim.
I know, but I'm saying you around it, you know, you
Yeah,
surround the areas, but I'm from the city, bro. Like it's real deal grind there, like real deal gutter, like, and that's what I think about when I think about Atlanta. Not the flash and the flame. Yeah, I'm granted, I appreciated seeing successful black people, wealthy black people growing up, because you know I thought that was just normal, right? And people had to put it to me like, no. That's not normal, right? You know, we don't see that in our city. We don't see that in our city. Maybe like the Houston, maybe those type of cities, they see that type of stuff, right? But in Atlanta, that's what we saw. But we know we know what those guys took to get there to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like now, Atlanta has become a media place. Atlanta has become a hub for so many different things. People just see Atlanta as flash, 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 but people forget the Atlanta of old and the Atlanta of the '90s. That's why the Atlanta '90 teams, they were so good, because they represented the city truly. You know what I'm saying? They represented the grind. They represented those guys who worked hard, those blue collar people, those people who got up every morning to go ride the bus to take care of their families, to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Like Atlanta has this new personality, and this
I'm
new
glad that you said that though about the Atlanta of old. Like I'm really glad you said that because what you said is exactly what we need. Like you said, how the '90s teams were. Like we're not the Dirty Birds no more.
right, exactly. We got it out. We got it. They were called the Dirty Birds because we got it out in the mud. Like people just see so look at my watch, bro. You're putting on. You're a poser, right? You know what I mean? Like just be who you are, and that's what the Falcons have to be. Be true to Atlanta, right? Be true to Atlanta. Don't try to put on for them, because you can't put on for a city who put on for themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The city of Atlanta is going to represent themselves regardless. You have to be a reflection of them, right? Not of what people want to see of who they are, right? You know, so but yeah, man, you know it is what it is. They
I
gotta
like
just
that right there.
they gotta get back to, representing the city the right way. Not trying to reflect the city, represent the city. You know what I mean? Or not, just be go and look, drive through some of these neighborhoods, right? I know the city done got gentrified and all these type of things, but bro,
Yeah, I saw
it's
that
the
yesterday with Avondale Estates. I'm like, that look completely different.
it's the gutter, man. Like it's the gutter, bro. Like, and again, this facelift of the city, right, has taken different strides, but bro, the heart of the city is still the heart of the city. Go to Campbellton Road. Campbellton Road look the same since I've been there. Since I grew up there. Since I was raised, since I went to school there. Right. Go to the bluff, the west side. They're changing the whole west side because it's so close to the city. But go further down.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
further
the bluff
down
is gone.
Go further down MLK. Go further down. Go toward Born Home, Bankhead. Go toward the back side of the city. Like, come on, bro. Go toward the West Lake. Go toward all these type of things, bro. Like HE Home area, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Adamville, all them places look the same, bro. Them is not them. They not inner city. Go to the Ben Hills. Go to all these places, right? Go to the East Side. Go to all these places. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Ain't the same. Like the city. See, Atlanta is so big, but people get caught up on the lights of downtown Atlanta and those type of the north
Mhm.
side, the surrounding areas by the big midtowns and all that. But bro, Fulton County is huge. That don't reflect the city, bro. The city of Atlanta is the heart, the people in it. And so many people have come here or moved there right? You know, it's different. But people see,
Mhm.
oh, they see the BN Stadium, they see all these type of things, but they don't see these neighborhoods that surround them. They don't see, you know what I mean? And that's what the Falcons need to go and look at and say, okay, this is who I'm representing, this is who I'm fighting for. Not these guys who you see driving the same cars as y'all and all that type of stuff. Man, no, not them. The people who from the gutter, the people who still live in the slum, the people who
So
still
basically, stop trying to be Black Hollywood.
right, the people who still warming their ovens up right now as we record. I mean, warming their houses up with ovens right now as we record. Them none of the people y'all need to go tune in with and say, all right, this is what we fight for. These are kids that are out there trying to fight and get in the opposition to bring their families from where they was to where we are. You see what I'm saying? Like,
You
and then I
took me
think that
back with the oven warmer, dog. I
hey,
can't
well,
even
hey,
count.
it's still doing. People still doing it right
Yeah,
now.
dog. Now
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? So I mean, yeah, bro. You know what I mean? But that's what they got to do, man. Stop trying to be something you aren't and be who you are. You know. But that's whatever. But the Falcons, hey, man, I can never get with them. But that's what they got to do. That's what they got to do to be successful. That's what they got to do, bro. Just saying. You know.
Oh no, I feel you,
Yeah.
dog. Just go ahead, cause can you?
So we're transitioning from the professional side to the collegiate side, which is really professional, almost in the way
Yep,
they paid.
yep.
So the Heisman.
Semi-pro.
Right, semi-pro, right, or on a different level. So the Heisman Award ceremony kicks off later on tonight at, I believe, 7 p.m. on ESPN. The 4 Heisman finalists is as follows. We have a guy who came in as a Heisman favorite, even from last year, Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame. We have Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from Indiana. We have Diego Pavia, dog out of the SEC from the University of Vanderbilt. And then we have Julian Sand, quarterback from Ohio State, and the quarterback Diego Pavia is quarterback for Vanderbilt as well. So, out of those 4 names, cousin, who would you like to win, and who do you think is going to win?
I don't like for Jeremiah Love to win because it's nice to see a running back get this award every now and then. We can't always give it to a quarterback.
So his stats right now, he finished 4th in the FBS with 1,372 rush yards and 18 rush touchdowns, which was good for 3rd in the country. He averaged 6.9 yards per carry, tied for 1st among all players with at least 150 rush attempts. So I want to know who the other 2 running backs is. The other 3 running backs who had more rush yards than him.
That's
Why they not up there? You know what I'm saying?
that's a
Like,
good question.
but
But
so
you know
now
what? Then I had to remember Jeremiah Love plays for Notre Dame. So let's go ahead and go with the Indiana quarterback because I already know they're not going to give it to Diego Pavia because of his heart. And then they could give it to the guy from Ohio State. But Ohio State, in my opinion, they're a dominant team, but they don't just play, they really don't play many people.
man, honestly, so you think you want Jeremiah to Love to get it? Who you think gonna win it though?
Ah, Indiana quarterback.
And yeah, I think so too,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But honestly,
Yeah.
I want Diego Pavia to win it because when you look at the body of work that he had and the body of work Fernando Mendoza had, 2 different. First of all, of course, the SEC is a beast of its own, right?
Yeah.
The Big Ten sucks. I'm gonna keep saying I don't care what nobody said. The Big Ten sucks. You can put a blindfold on and spin around in the SEC and point at a team and say, okay, that team can have an opportunity to play for a national championship. You can't do that in the Big Ten. They suck. They suck. Okay, they suck. I'm sorry. I'm tired of saying it, bro. They suck. The Big Ten is not it. And just I was looking at the SEC Now show, one of these shows, and they was talking about how the SEC and the ACC does the ACC SEC challenge in basketball. Bring that out in football. You
That
wanna
would
you
be
wanna see who the
nice.
best? Big Ten SEC challenge. See who the best in football. And we gonna wipe the table with them boys. We're gonna wipe the table with them. Man, it's 16 teams in the SEC, 14 teams at least winning in the AC, and easily, 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 10
Yeah.
at minimum. Man, we'll wipe the floor with them
I don't
boys.
know
But
why they won't do that. That's actually a very good idea.
But so old boy stats Mendoza from QB quarterback for Indiana. He led the nation with 33 passing touchdowns, and he only threw 6 interceptions all season. While his total passing yards don't match the other quarterbacks, he did lead them to a undefeated season of 13-0. Right, good job. They won a Big Ten. Good job. I think that's why he's going to win it. I think that's why he's going to win the Heisman. But I want Diego Pavia to win the Heisman. Right, Diego Pavia, he had a great season, right? He led the Commodores to their first ever 10-win season in program history, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, they came up short. They were ranked number 14 in the playoffs ranking, which I felt like they should have got over Miami. Again, Vanderbilt lost to 2 ranked teams. Miami lost to 2 unranked teams,
Yeah.
right? So whatever. I feel like Vanderbilt should have been there. Okay. Then let's continue. He finished with 27 passing touchdowns, 3,192 passing yards, and 8 interceptions on the season, and he added 9 touchdowns on the ground with 826 yards as a dual threat quarterback. Right. So I just think the competition he played, things he did against that type of competition, and those numbers, I think Diego Pavia should win the Heisman. Right. That's my opinion. That's who I want to win the Heisman. But I think also that old boy from Indiana Schminiana is going to win the Heisman, right?
Why
Whatever.
don't they actually like what you just said? I like the breakdown because you're looking at the body of work and then you look at how he performed against teams. And then of course when you're in the SEC, they just try not to give them so much favoritism because they play the most competition. But guess what? It is what it is though, right? They can't
Like,
help it. It is what it is. But why don't they look at like the whole body of work? Because if they actually did, like you said, they break it down, they do the comparisons. Diego Pavia definitely did play more competition. I just know they're
mm-hmm,
gonna snub that man. They're gonna
mm-hmm.
overlook that man. But
They
he
are.
definitely did play way more. He played more and way better competition. Played more ranked games, in my opinion, than Indiana. I think Indiana played like only 2 or 3.
He did, yeah. I mean, let's go back and look at the schedules here. So I'm going to pull up Indiana's schedule, and I'm going to look at Vanderbilt's schedule. Like I said, Vanderbilt, they only lost to Alabama on the road. They was a top 15 team, and they lost to Texas on the road, and they was a top 20 team. So Indiana's schedule is as follows. They play Old Dominion, Kennesaw State. Bro, you play Kennesaw State, bro. They right up the street. They right up the street from the city of Atlanta, bro. Come on, dog. You play Kennesaw
Congratulations to
State.
Kennesaw
You
State
play
for
you
winning their
play
conference
Indiana.
championship.
You play Indiana State, right? You play okay now they get into the Big Ten. They play Illinois. They play Iowa. They play Oregon on the road. That was their best win of the season before they played Ohio State. They played Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, Purdue. Bro, come on, bro. The only ranked team they played this year was Illinois and Oregon until they played Ohio State. That's the only ranked teams they played all year. 2 ranked teams. Now let's go to Vanderbilt
Vandy.
schedule here. Let's go to Vanderbilt schedule. Let me get it pulled up here. Let me find it real quick. Hold on.
I'm pulling it
So
up myself.
Vanderbilt schedule. All right. They played Charleston Southern. They played Virginia Tech. They played the number 11 South Carolina, dominated them. They played Georgia State, dominated them. Utah State, those teams don't count. Let's get into the SEC. They played the top 10 team in Alabama. They beat a top 10 team LSU. So, cuz that's
Yeah,
already 3 top ranked teams they played already. How many
yeah.
ranked teams that Indiana play? 2.
But they only
Uh,
played one during this time, but
Illinois, Oregon, right? And really, Oregon was really the most competition that they played. Illinois frauds. Okay, let's continue. Then they played another top 15 team in Missouri, beat them. They played another top 20 team in Texas, lost to them. Played Auburn, they played Kentucky, and they played a top 20 team in Tennessee to wrap up the season. Come on now. Like, come on, bro. Like, apples to apples, come on. Diego Pavia should win the Heisman, right?
who
He should win
votes on
the
the
Heisman.
Heisman?
I don't know who votes on it. Whoever it is, they need to vote clearly who's the better player of the year. Diego Pavia. Like the competition he played against, and even in those games, like against the Alabama and the Texas game, he balled out. Alabama game, I gotta go back and look at the stats, but you know what I mean. He balled out, bro. He gave his team an opportunity to win, right? In the game against Alabama, he went 23 for 35, 198, and 1 touchdown, 1 interception, right? And he still rushed for 12 carries, had 12 carries for 58 yards. Like what I mean. So but he played 5 ranked teams. Indiana played 2. Come
Yeah.
on. South Carolina, Alabama, LSU, Missouri, Texas, Tennessee. He got 3 wins over top 25 ranked teams. Like, come on, you
Hey,
can't get
and I can't count with you. When I think of Indiana, I never really thought of the quarterback. It's the defense that's been getting all the attention. Like,
hey.
it's like even when I listen to the radio and they're talking about Indiana, they mention the quarterback and how good he is, but they mention how good this defense is and how they're championship level this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just something to think about here.
But we shall see. And even getting into the NCAA Football Awards, that's how I know even more that he's going to win
How many
he's going to
awards he
win
got?
the
Because I didn't know they was doing this so fast. I
yeah.
thought they was gonna
So
wait a couple bowl games.
So the Maxwell Award and the Walter Camp Award are both Player of the Year awards, and Fernando Mendoza, he won both of those. Then Home Depot Award, the Coach of the Year, Kurt Sangetti from Indiana won, which is granted, what I mean, they their body of work of success speaks to the head coach being that guy. Whatever. The best defensive back of the year, the Jim Thorpe Award, went to Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. The best quarterback award, again, went to Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. The Davey O'Brien Award, which these awards, Cousin already showed me they're lining up that he's going to win Heisman, which I think is unfair, right?
Mhm.
Bro, the stats I just brought up and to the teams you played, bro, it's no way that you are the best quarterback in the league just because your team quarterback. See, the thing about quarterback, bro, everybody always look at the quarterback, and Tanner McKee said this earlier. The quarterback, when they win, they get a little too much credit, and when they lose, they get a little too much credit, right? They get it, you know what I mean, because it's a team sport. He wasn't just putting them on their back and saying, "Oh, we need a game-winning drive every game to put the team out to win a game." He wasn't doing that. I could see if he did that, then I'd be like, okay, he was the best quarterback in the country. But bro,
Mhm.
like you said, that defense, y'all were dominating people, bro. Y'all played horrible competition. I hope you will win. Like, bro, the best team you played all year was Ohio State, bro. Come on, man. But like I said, that's why this, even off these awards, I think he's going to win it. But do I think he should win it? No, I think Diego Pavia should win it. That's who I want to win. Just the body of work he had and the talent he played. Diego Pavia should win. Even I didn't even go with Julian Sainz stats because they ain't play nobody either. They suck. They didn't play
Yeah, they ain't
nobody.
really play
You know what I
nobody.
mean? Come on, bro. But whatever. The best center award went to Logan Jones out of Iowa. The best place kicker went to Tate Sindel out of Oklahoma. That's the Lou Groza Award. The best center award is called the Remington Award. The Buckets Award went to the best linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez. I would have wanted to see him in the Heisman finally. We haven't had a defensive linebacker Heisman finalist since Matt Tateo. And he's having a
I
way
think he
better
was the first one. I think he was the first one they took out.
he's a way better linebacker statistically than Matt Tateo the year he was a Heisman finalist. But they don't want to give no credit to the defender. Only reason Travis Hunter was there last year because he played offense and defense.
Yeah.
If he would have just played one side of the ball, if he would have just played DB, he wouldn't have made it. He
Yep.
wouldn't have made it there. You know what I mean? But whatever. I continue. The
Mhm.
Doak Walker Award for the best running back went to Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame. The Beltinoff Award for outstanding receiver went to Makai Lemon out of USC. The John Mackey Award for the best tight end went to Eli Stowers out of Vanderbilt. The Outland Trophy went to the best interior lineman Spencer Fano out of Utah. Ray Guy Award, the best punter in the nation award, went to, of course, a Bulldog. Brett
Mhm.
Thorson out of Georgia Go Dogs. We had the Bet Norwick Award, the Defensive Player of the Year, went to Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech, the same linebacker. He got another award, the Bronco Nagurski Trophy, the Defensive Player of the Year, went to Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. The Bulls Worthy Trophy for the top former walk-on went to Drew Mestemaker out of North Texas. We had the William V. Campbell Trophy for the academic Heisman went to Eli Stowers, the tight end out of Vanderbilt, and then we had the Werfel Trophy for community service went to Michael Tafe out of Texas, and we had the most inspirational award went to Jeremiah Love. So you know that's the awards right there. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see the Heisman later on and see who wins. But again, just off that alone for the best quarterback, the Player of the Year awards is going to go to old boy from Indiana, and I don't think they're going to make any noise. People, as a team, I think they're solid, but they really haven't played anybody. You play Ohio State, but only reason y'all beat Ohio State because I said it last week, cousin. Their kicker missed a 29-yard field goal to tie the game.
Yep.
Bro, they have not had any adversity. You played a team that they've been beating teams all year. They haven't even played all their starters all year long. But you haven't. Indiana was just more tested because they played a team like Penn State that gave them their best. They played a team like Oregon where they had to go on the road and play in these hostile environments and play comeback football, which is good for them, right? But
Yeah.
when you play a team like a Georgia, when you play a team like a somebody else in the conference that's really built for this, man, y'all gonna get dog walked. Y'all can get dog walked. But I digress, and I'm looking forward to us breaking down this college football playoff bracket. Get our winners, get our our round by round view, and some of the matchups that you're looking forward to first round and things of that nature. So let's take a look here at the bracket again. All 12 teams are set. I know you were happy that um I know you were happy that
Yeah, Notre
did not.
Dame ain't in there.
I know you.
Wow, yeah, we can't keep doing this cupcake schedule stuff.
Yo, you gotta cut it out. You gotta cut it out, man. You gotta cut
No,
it
I
out.
ain't cutting it out, dog. Put some
Ooh,
competition on your schedule, man.
ooh. Boy, you so silly. I know. I said when I text you that, I know you was so happy. Boy, you was in there just balling
Boy,
laughing. Boy.
I'm
You so
sitting
silly.
here felt like Thanos after the snap, but balance is all things should be. No
You so.
cupcake schedules getting up in here. They can say,
You
"Oh,
so.
what about James Madison? What about Tulane?" Look here, I'm okay with conference champions getting in there. That type of stuff spice it up, okay? You trying to have that March Madness type feel with a little bit of storytelling? Put some guys like that. At least they got a conference championship. What Notre Dame got? A name and a movie, okay?
Right.
That's all they got.
That's funny. That's funny. So let's break down this first round here, cousin. So you just mentioned the James Madison matchup. They are a 21 underdog right now against Oregon. Who are you taking between number 5 Oregon? Well, before we do that, what is the matchup that you are most looking forward to in the first round?
Oh man. Uh uh uh. I can't even count with you, big dog. I'm gonna say Oklahoma and Alabama.
Oklahoma Alabama rematch. That's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I like that right there. No, because I'm like Oklahoma, I'm glad they're in because they have really been tested.
Hmm.
Like they had a gauntlet of ranked opponents in the SEC.
Well, we
Like that
know.
is yeah, they were really tested. So that's the one I'm looking forward to. Hey, I'm really just now finding out about this James Madison hype, but I think all that ends with Oregon. I feel
I
like
can
it'll
get it.
probably be a little close. Look here, man. Somebody, and it might be Tulane with Ole Miss because we don't know what Ole Miss had at. We don't know where
Right,
their
but they,
players had at.
Ole Miss already whooped on them earlier this year. I mean, Tulane. I don't
Ole
know,
Miss
cause
already whooped on Tulane.
spanked on them earlier this year. Spanked
Oh
on them at
my
home.
god.
Yeah, spanked on them. But so Alabama, I like the Alabama Oklahoma matchup. And you know a rematch, but I'm looking forward to this Texas A&M Miami matchup.
I
So
know
cause,
you're
'cause
looking
the
forward to
committee,
that, so Miami can get up out of there. I know.
not even that though, cause I'm looking forward to it because the committee really thinks Miami is a team to come compete for a national championship, right? So they're basically saying Miami is better than Vanderbilt. That's what I'm getting. They're saying basically Miami is better than
Yeah.
who was ever at the number 13 spot, right? I don't know if it was BYU or not, but Miami is
Well,
not better
BYU
than
got smacked.
they got crushed on. But
Yeah.
Miami is not better than the Vanderbilt. Miami's team is not has not been tested more than the Vanderbilt team. Miami did not leave the state of Florida for the first 7 weeks.
And then
Come
when they
on,
left the
bro.
state of Florida, they started losing.
They lost to SMU, right? So we talked about that weeks and weeks ago, right? Come on, bro. Again, the body of work. SM, Miami has 2 unranked losses. Vanderbilt has 2 ranked losses. Like, come on, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Apples to apples, Miami is not a better team than uh Vanderbilt, but Texas A&M they got a lot to prove, right? They got a lot to prove. They missed out on making it on the SEC championship for the first time ever
Yeah.
in program history. You have a home game against a team that a lot of people felt like should have been in the playoffs. Some people felt like they should have, but they should not have, right? So, and
Yeah.
my thing is, okay, if James Madison and Tulane made the championship, they conference championship. Yeah, their records are nice too. Why couldn't Duke make it? Right? Why couldn't Duke make it?
That was a good question to me right there.
If Virginia had won, Miami would not have been there. You know what I mean? Like if Virginia had won, Miami would have not been in the playoffs. But now here we are. Duke, because they had they didn't have a losing record, but they had 5 losses on their schedule. And they conference champions. Oh, they don't mean anything, right? They don't mean anything to the committee.
So
You
what
know,
they're saying is what the 5 highest ranked conference champions get in.
right,
That's the rule. That might need it, bruh. Go ahead and just throw all the conference champions in, the major conference champions.
right,
Throw them in there.
right,
Cause
right,
like that would have been like now that would have made headlines right there. Duke wins the ACC championship, and then they're in the playoffs. I mean, these guys want to create drama and all this stuff, and that's a moment for great drama. Cause I'm like, hey, Duke steps in, they're not ranked, everybody's upset, but Duke's like, why not us? They might be
right,
a team to watch the upset. I would sit here and I would look at Duke after that performance in the ACC championship game. I would look at Duke and I'll be like, yeah, they'll take James Madison. I'll see them more as a Cinderella story than James Madison or a Tulane.
right.
Like I would have saw that as that. I'm like, y'all want to create these March Madness moments. Y'all got to do it right. You got to
Right,
do it right because it's
right.
just strange. I always thought that was strange. Like they couldn't get in, but
So
yeah.
So, okay, so you look forward to the Alabama Oklahoma. Who wins?
Dang, cuz. Dang. Whoo. Because Alabama just got smacked on.
Yeah,
Like,
SmackDown.
they just got smacked on.
Them
And
dollars,
Oklahoma
baby.
ain't nothing to mess with.
Yeah.
And we don't know what version of Alabama we're going to get.
Mm.
Nah, I've
Better
been watching Oklahoma, though.
better get a motivated team. That's what I'm
Yeah,
understanding.
that's what I'm saying, dog. But Oklahoma coming in super tested, though. They've been playing ranked opponents for the rest of the season in the SEC.
Right.
I'll take Oklahoma.
Okay. Oklahoma first
Yeah.
round, so they advance, go to
Yeah.
play Indiana. All right. Oregon, James Madison. Who you taking?
Oregon.
Or yeah, of course I'm taking Oregon too. All right, yeah. So I'm taking. I wanna take Alabama. They're one and a half favorite right now. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, depending on what type of Alabama team shows up, right? I mean, and it depends. See the thing about it, Alabama has a more balanced team. They have a better offense than Oklahoma, and they have a good
Mhm.
defense too. So I think I'm going to take Alabama in that matchup against Oklahoma, just because Oklahoma. I don't know what type of Oklahoma offense I'm going to get. I know Oklahoma defense is going to come play, but this is the time of the year where you have to have balanced football, right? This is a balanced
Now,
football.
check this out, cuz I want you to check this out. They ended the year on a 4-game winning streak. Knocked off number 14 Tennessee, beat number
Mm-hmm,
4 Alabama, beat number 22 Missouri, and then
mm-hmm.
beat LSU.
What was
They're
what was
coming in super battle tested.
what was the scores though? Like what?
All right,
So
Tennessee, they beat 33-27. They only beat
okay,
Alabama by 2 points, so you know it was a
right,
close game.
right,
Missouri is no slouch. Those
right.
17-6. LSU, they won 17-13.
Right. You know what I mean? So, the most points they scored against the Tennessee team was Tennessee defense, not even all that. But then they allowed 27 points on a powerful offense. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I don't know, cause I mean, I respect the decision to take Oklahoma. Like I said, I'm not sold on their offense. I have more faith and hope in Oklahoma and Alabama's offense than I do in and Oklahoma's offense. That's it. So that's my because Alabama defense is still good. I know it ain't look
Yeah.
like it because when we did to them, we them dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
And we different. You know what I mean? But so yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna take Alabama, you taking Oklahoma. So that's where so we got our brackets going. You got Oklahoma advancing to face Indiana. I got Alabama going. We both got Oregon going. Tulane, Ole Miss. Who we got?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss as
Yeah.
well. Texas A&M, Miami. Who you got?
Texas A&M, dog.
Texas A&M. I got Texas A&M as well.
Mhm.
So here we are, quarterfinals, baby. With them conference champions, the real conference champions. It's time to play. Well, except Ohio State, but the other three conference champions, they have opportunities to play so the Orange Bowl. We got the matchup between Oregon, Texas Tech. Who you taking?
To Oregon and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's tough right
that
there,
is tough.
man.
That is
That's
tough.
tough right there. Dang. 'Cause it's like we know Texas Tech is good. Didn't Texas Tech just fall apart in the playoffs last year?
I don't
Or am
think
I
they ain't made the
tripping?
playoffs last year. They didn't make the playoffs last
Okay, they fell. I think they fell apart beforehand. I'm thinking of somebody that fell apart. But anyways, that's tough right there, man. That's really, really tough, Cuzzo.
year.
Two high-powered offenses.
Right.
Defense is gonna
Well,
have to make it
well,
stop.
defense is the offense ain't all that. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's solid. It's solid. But I think Oregon's offense is better for sure.
Yeah, when I think of Oregon, I think of just fast pace.
Right.
Like honestly, just fast pace. Yeah. I'm
Mm.
gonna take Oregon in a close one. Yeah,
Ooh!
I'll take Oregon in a
I,
close one.
I might have to agree with you there because I might have to. I don't know, man. This Texas Tech defense, like, okay, see, this is another team that's kind of the offense and all that, but their defense is stellar. This defense is it. So if they can find ways to create turnovers, get pressure, right on this Oregon offense, I'm taking Texas Tech. If Texas Tech can play good defense and have a good run game, they'll beat Oregon. So I'm going to take Texas Tech. That no, but those are the two areas that they have to be dominant in: the run game and defense. If they don't do that, Oregon wins. So you got Oregon, I got Texas Tech. All right, so we both you pick Oklahoma to face Notre Dame. Who you got between? I mean, not Notre Dame, Indiana. Who you got? Oklahoma, Indiana.
I'm gonna take Indiana in this one.
Okay, and I got Alabama going. I'm taking Alabama over Indiana just because it's a team.
That's very that's I think that's like a very obvious. I trust Alabama more than Oklahoma against Indiana. I just think Oklahoma's going to show up against Alabama. But you
Right.
got a point though. But
I just
yeah,
think
I'll take Indiana over Oklahoma. That's
yeah, I'm okay. You're taking Indiana to advance. I'm taking Alabama to advance over Indiana. So we got our semifinals for the first bracket. Now we get to the real bracket. So we got Ole Miss coming to New Orleans and to play the Bulldogs. Who you got?
oh Bulldogs.
Dogs on top, baby.
Yeah,
All right, then
yeah.
we got Texas A&M going against Ohio State. Honestly, cousin, this is a team. This is
I
the
think
matchup right
Texas
here.
A&M can take them.
I think Texas A&M could take them too,
Yeah,
cuz I
yeah.
want see. I said Thursday I want Ohio State to beat them so we can beat Ohio State, but I want mind whooping them on Texas A&M either, just because we didn't get to play them this year, and they think they was the top dog in the SEC. Obviously they weren't because we the back-to-back champions, but
Yeah, dude.
you know,
Texas A&M got them a pretty solid defense too, so
yeah,
Ohio State gonna have something to deal with right there.
right,
That front seven is
right,
vicious.
right. So yeah, I was taking Texas A&M as well, but I'm taking Ohio State just because I wanted to beat them. All right, so you took Texas A&M. You took Texas A&M to advance, and we both took Georgia to advance. So we got the semifinal set. So your bracket, you got Oregon, and you have Indiana. And in my bracket, I have Texas Tech and I have Alabama for the semifinal for the first bracket. And then for your bracket on the second side, you have Georgia and A&M, and I have Georgia and Ohio State. So your bracket side, who you picking for uh Oregon and Indiana? Who you picking?
Think Oregon's gonna take it.
Oregon. Okay, so Oregon
Yeah,
gonna
they're gonna
represent.
get their revenge. Yeah.
They gonna
Hmm.
Oregon's gonna play. They're gonna advance to the championship game. Okay,
Yeah,
so second
Oregon's
bracket.
gonna play the advantage against Georgia, dog. I feel like Georgia's the most resilient team in college football right now. I don't really know if there's a team that can really. You can name every team. I don't know who's gonna really beat them because you
So
can't count them out, man.
we got Oregon over Indiana in the semis, and then for your bracket side, you had
Georgia
for
over Texas
Georgia
A&M.
and Texas A&M. I know who you taking.
Georgia.
The Dogs. Okay, that's right. Go Dogs.
Hmm.
So my bracket, I had Texas Tech and I have Alabama. I'm gonna probably take Alabama. I don't know, cuz I don't know. Alabama got. I don't know. I just never count them out because of the talent they have and the type of team they have. But it's really going to depend on the coaching, right?
Yeah.
It's going to depend on the coaching. Kalen DeBoer and how he's going to do. Well, he's had an opportunity. He's been through this, right? He's been through this bracket when Washington played for the national championship years ago against Michigan. All right, so he's been through this gauntlet of playoff experience. So I think that's going to be big for him and with the talent he has. But I'm going to take I got Alabama, Texas Tech. I don't know. Again, Texas Tech defense, if they're able to stop the run and they're able to run the ball, I think Texas Tech wins. So I don't know, but I'm gonna lean towards Texas Tech, but I think Alabama could beat them. But I'm gonna take Texas Tech out of that bracket. And then of
Okay.
course Georgia versus Ohio State, them dogs on top, baby. And the national championship game, Oregon, Georgia, who you got, cousin?
Oh, I'm gonna take Georgia, man.
Them
I don't
dogs.
think there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody, dude.
Me
Like
either.
they're the most resilient team in college football. Kirby Smart should be coach of the year. I don't care about that 13-0 crap. Look at the gauntlet and look at all the comeback wins. When you think they're out, they're back in the game, and then they
Right,
just came and dominated Alabama and said, "Yeah, we're gonna show you how that second half wasn't a fluke." They
right.
did that right there. Most resilient team, man. Nobody in this college football bracket has been more battle tested than Georgia. They could tell me
Man.
anybody. It's in the numbers. It's all there. Nobody's been more battle tested than these guys.
No dog, baby. Cause I'm feeling good going to play. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling them boys is coming to play, baby. I'm feeling confident in them guys, and I'm taking Georgia to win as well. So I got Georgia, Texas Tech in the championship, and I got Georgia winning their third national championship under Kirby Smart. Their third in 4 years, and yeah,
You want to know
or
something else that's
5 years.
crazy?
Yeah.
Most of that roster that Kirby Smart has is coming back next year.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
85%. Yeah, freshmen
yeah,
and
like
sophomores.
that is the scariest part of
Shoot,
this.
really, really, them juniors need to come back too. The C.J. Allens, the Raylan Wilsons, them type of guys, right? We got our quarterback coming back. He coming back again. Not Stetson, been
Gunner,
Gunnar Stockton. He's coming back,
well,
right?
he just
You
giving
know,
you flashbacks, dog. That's all.
no, hey,
He
hey,
giving
hey,
you flashbacks.
hey, man, say, man. But yeah, so y'all heard it here, man. I picked it. My cousin picked it. Our brackets kind of, the journey to the championship was kind of different, but the ultimate end result is the same. Dogs on top. Looking forward to it, man. The college football playoff kicks off December 19th and December 20th for those first round home games, and then from there it's on forward, baby. So I'm looking forward to it. Key matchups before we get going this weekend. We have some games this weekend. We do have some bowl games starting and things of that nature, but
Oh,
we
really?
have yeah we do, but we have the FCS playoffs is kicking off. It's continuing this weekend as well. We have some quarterfinal games kicking off today. Let's see here. I will do my best to follow the FCS. Hold on, let me see here. Um, yeah, the FCS quarterfinals today. What did it kick off? Yeah, so the second round's already done. So yeah, we have the quarterfinals today. We have Tarleton State hosting Villanova today at 12 p.m. on ESPN. We have Montana hosting South Dakota at 3:30 p.m. on ABC. We have UC Davis hosting Illinois State. So the quarterfinals for the FCS is going, and the FCS championship will be here shortly as well. And then we have some bowl games that no one really cares about. But if you want to watch football today, 12 p.m. on ABC, you got the Cricket Celebration Bowl, Prairie View versus South Carolina State, and then also we have the Army-Navy game kicking off later on today as well. So be on the lookout for that as college football continues to rock and roll. So I'm excited for that. And again, I think the Army-Navy game is kicking off today on, let's see here. I want to say CBS. It's not pulling up. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Bleacher
today though.
Report shut down for me for a little bit.
No, it's today. It's today for sure. I just don't. I can't find. Let me go to Independent actually. Hold on. Yeah, Army. Hold on. Why is it not showing? But Army Navy game today. Army Navy game today. Whatever. So be
That's
on the look.
strange.
Um, but yeah, so that's all we have for football today, and we're gonna be wrapping up the sports order here shortly. We got NBA. Not shortly. We got a lot to cover still. NBA, NCAA men's and women's top 25, and the National Hockey League. So let's get into NBA. So, cousin, I've been talking about the fact that you've mentioned there won't be a back-to-back NBA champion, but this Oklahoma City team, Thunder, the Oklahoma Thunder team, cousin,
I
they on
know.
a different level right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oklahoma City, cousin,
I see it.
they're looking
Oh,
different.
of course they looking different, bro. Y'all got the same squad from last year, and y'all got great draft picks. Y'all got players from y'all drafted last year that's just now seeing playing time this year, and they're playing like a great cohesive unit. Plus, they said they want the record. They said they want the wins record.
Right?
So yeah, I'm not
They want to win.
surprised about how good they are playing right now at all. The craziest part about this, because I said this a lot earlier this year during the NBA Finals, was how they was beating down teams last year and they wasn't even just jacking up threes. That's the scariest part of all this for people. They're just playing basketball. They're not even sitting here just jacking up
Right.
threes. They're just playing basketball, getting it by any means. But I'm still sticking with what I said. I still believe that we're going to have a new champion. This has been the theme for a little bit. I feel like the NBA is at a very competitive point where this can happen. I would not be surprised if OKC repeats, but I just don't think it's going to happen this year.
Who do you think gives them the most
Oh
competition out of
my
the
God.
West
Oh
as of
my
right
God.
now? What team do you? What team do you say this is a team in the playoff that could potentially beat the
Any
Oklahoma City
team that
Thunder?
got Jokic on it. Let's just be real.
Right, the Denver
Yeah.
cousin. I seen a video the other day that blew my mind, and he was asking the guy a question. I forgot what podcast it was, but he was asking him who was the player that led the NBA in the last decade in all these categories: points, rebounds, assists, and steals. It was Nikola Jokic in each and every last one of them. 10 years. This is
Yeah.
a center now.
Yeah.
A center led the NBA in the last decade in points, led the NBA in the last decade in rebounds, led the NBA in the last decade in steals, led the NBA in the last decade in assists, cousin. This
Got a
guy
whole
here is,
Hall of
and
Fame
like you
career
said,
in
he's
10
just
years. Like that.
in 10 years,
No, that's
cuz.
why I was like, you said what team? Any team that got Jokic on it, and he playing on a different level this year too.
Right,
You would never think he got
right,
better. So yeah, like nah, he
right.
was close. It's not like
Man,
he wasn't close last year against OKC. He was close. It came down to what, game
right.
7? Yeah, so he
Yeah,
was close. Nuggets, yeah. I think the Rockets with a healthy KD, yeah, they can give him a problem. I want to say the Lakers
yeah.
eventually, but I just don't know just yet.
That defense ain't it. The
Yeah,
defense ain't it. What about the Warriors? Who
man,
do you
bro,
got?
I don't know.
Warriors.
Honestly, do not know about the Warriors, dude. I don't know what's going on with the Warriors
Right.
right
Yeah.
now. Like, I this
Yeah.
if you want to keep Draymond, fine, but it's time to revamp. Especially if Steph wants to keep playing here and he wants to contend for another championship. Like Jimmy, keep Jimmy too. It takes time to build chemistry, but they're just not it. This is just not it. I don't see them. Anybody that steps in the playoffs, you got a chance, right? Especially when you got this guy right here, Steph Curry. But right now, I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. Like I feel like OKC
I
would
agree
dog
with what
walk
you
them in
said.
the playoffs in the series. I feel like that's like 4. That's 4 and out right
Yeah,
there.
agree. But yeah, like you said, Nikola Jokic, yeah, just what he brings to the team, he's the deciding factor. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, so Thursday's matchups in the NBA, we had the Rockets defeat the Clippers 115 to 113. The Bucks defeated the Celtics 116 to 101. The Pelicans whooped on the Trailblazers 143 to 120, and the Nuggets defeated the Kings 136 to 105. From last night's matchups in the NBA, we had the Detroit Pistons absolutely whoop
Yeah, I
the
saw
Atlanta
that.
Hawks 142 to 115. Of course, who was not playing again? I don't even want to mention his name
KP.
anymore. I'm tired of saying his name on here. But H. played, had pretty solid minutes. I think he had 17 minutes. He had 17 minutes, 10 points. He went 4 for 5 from the field. He had three rebounds. You know who had a bad game? When Dyson Daniels scored more points than you, Zachary Richardson. Now, cousin, Zachary Richardson had 10 points. It's the second year. You know, he's not it for the future. I don't care what nobody says. And for Archie to even think that you're gonna get rid of Trae Young to do what? To have Richardson be the future of the team?
Nah, if
Like,
he
come on,
getting rid of
dog.
Trae Young, then that's to have Jalen Johnson be the future. That's his team.
But no, I understand. But who gonna be it, bro? Trae Young ain't even played with Jalen Johnson one game all year. He played one game. Well, how many games it was? That wasn't that many. But look at what Jalen Johnson is doing. If Jalen Johnson can still be a triple double guy and have Trae Young be on the team, 115 go to 140 easily points because Trae Young gonna score, right? He gonna get assists. He gonna cause attention, right? So that go even open up Jalen Johnson more. Like it's about the piece you have, bro. This is a game of matchups. And if Jalen Johnson is doing it already, what do you think is going to happen when you know? I mean, it's not that it's when Trae Young's in the court, on the court. But like I said, honestly, bro, he on the chopping block.
And you get
But
on the chopping block this
we
early,
had the Bull.
like can they? Will they just like go and get another?
I don't know what they need to do. They need to find somebody who embodies the city of Atlanta, that grit, that grind. Just when we
Bro,
talk about the
and for
Falcons, all
basketball,
Atlanta
that is
teams,
the perfect thing that's needed. For basketball,
you
we
know.
need the Anthony Edwards mentality all over this Atlanta Hawks team.
All over the Atlanta Hawks team, all over it, man. We had the Bulls defeat the Hornets 129 to 126. We had the 76ers defeat the Pacers 115 to 105. We had the Cavaliers defeat the Wizards 130 to 126. The Jazz defeated the Grizzlies 130 to 126. The Mavericks defeated the Nets 119 to 111. And the Timberwolves defeated the Warriors 127 to 120. For today's matchups, kicking off at 5:30 p.m. tonight on Prime Video, we have the NBA Cup semifinal matchups. We have the Magic hosting the Knicks, and we have the Thunder hosting the Spurs tonight at 9 p.m. on Prime Video
Is
out in
Victor
Las
playing
Vegas.
tonight? Because I heard he on the way back.
I don't know because I haven't
I'm about
seen
to
it
go look
on
it
the
up.
reports. Sunday's matchups in the NBA, we got the Pacers hosting the Wizards, the Hornets going up against the Cavaliers, the Nets hosting the Bucks, the Kings going up against the Timberwolves, the Bulls hosting the Pelicans, we got the Hawks hosting the 76ers, the Lakers going up against the Suns, and we got the Trailblazers going up against the Warriors. So be on the lookout for updated information for the NBA Cup and the NBA season on Thursday Sports Huddle. Moving on to NCAA men's and women's basketball.
Hey, yo, they saying it's a possibility he can come back tonight.
Okay. So be on the lookout for Victor Wembanyama. This would be a huge matchup, a huge advantage for the Spurs going up against a hot Oklahoma City Thunder team. As we get into NCAA men's basketball, NCAA men's results from Thursday, we had number 4 Iowa State defeat Iowa 66 to 62. We had number 5 UConn defeat Texas 71 to 63 from Friday's matchups. Today's game's kicking off at 12 p.m. on a Big Ten network. You got a Big Ten matchup between number 9 Michigan State and Penn State. We got a top 20 ranked matchup at 12 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 16 Texas Tech hosting number 17 Arkansas. Number 22 St. John's hosting Iona at 12 p.m. on TNT. Number 6 Purdue hosting Marquette. Number 14, North Carolina hosting South Carolina upstate. Number 18, Florida hosting George Washington. Number 7, Houston hosting New Orleans. Number 11, Louisville hosting Memphis. We got a top 25 ranked matchup today at 4 p.m. on Peacock. Number 13, Illinois hosting number 23, Nebraska, excuse me. Number 21, Auburn hosting Chattanooga. Number 19, Kansas is going to begin NC State at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN. Go Wolfpack. Number 15, Vanderbilt hosting Central Arkansas. Number 2, Michigan going up against Maryland. Number 10, BYU hosting UC Riverside. We got a top 15 ranked matchup tonight at 9:30 p.m. on ESPN. Number 12, Alabama will be hosting number 1, Arizona. And we have another top 25 ranked matchup tonight at 11:30 p.m. on ESPN. Number 8, Gonzaga will be hosting number 25, UCLA. For Sunday's matchups in the men's NCAA top 25, we have one ranked matchup, number 4, Iowa State hosting Eastern Illinois. Getting into the NCAA women's top 25.
Hey, cuz, quick question. Do they still do
Yes,
Midnight
sir.
Madness?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm
Not that
gonna
I'm
look
aware
into
of.
that. You remember Midnight Madness?
I'm not
Oh,
familiar,
no.
cuz for real. I didn't watch college basketball until probably about 11 years ago when I got married to my wife.
Okay,
For
cool.
real.
So, Midnight Madness.
Well, okay, one more. I did go to the NCAA championship game, the Final Four championship in Atlanta years and years ago, but that's because I got a free ticket. But other than that, I really wasn't into college
Okay.
basketball like that.
No,
But
Midnight
continue.
Madness it used to be this event where they had basically college basketball 24 hours. You had high key games coming on at 12 o'clock at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and they had college basketball going for 24 hours straight. That's why I was curious because I used to see that. That's why I was curious.
No, I haven't heard about that in a while, so
Dang,
most
bro.
likely not. Thursday results in the NCAA women's top 25. We had a whole lot of butt whooping. We had number 21 Ohio State defeat North Kentucky 94-62. We had an absolutely dominating performance from number 9 Oklahoma. They absolutely dominated Little Rock 103-48.
Well, I'm about to say.
I mean, absolutely.
There we go. Cause I'm like, what happened? Where's noise at?
Yeah, nah, 3 on. I got it on repeat, so I won't have to keep clicking it. And then number 19 Notre Dame dominated Morehead State as well, 97-48. They get 2 on. All right. Moving on to Friday's matchups, and they didn't have any top 25 ranked matchups. For today's matchups, kicking off at 12 p.m., we got number 6 Michigan hosting Akron, number 17 Ole Miss hosting Wofford, number 11 Iowa hosting Lindenwood, number 20 Washington hosting Green Bay. We got a top 25 ranked matchup between number 23 Oklahoma State and number 9 Oklahoma at 4 p.m. on ESPNU. Top 15 ranked matchup between number 16 USC and number 1 UConn at 5:30 p.m. today on Fox, and number 5 LSU hosting Louisiana Tech later on this evening at 6 p.m. on ESPNU. For Sunday's matchups in the NCAA Women's Top 25, tomorrow kicking off at 12 p.m., number 24 Nebraska will be hosting Illinois State. We have a top 15 ranked matchup. Number 2 Texas will be hosting number 13 Baylor at 1 p.m. tomorrow on ABC. Number 21 Ohio State hosting Toledo. Number 18 Tennessee hosting Winthrop. Number 15 Kentucky going up against Belmont. Number 17 Ole Miss hosting South Carolina State. Number 3 South Carolina hosting Penn State tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. on ESPN. A top 25 ranked matchup in the ACC between number 12 North Carolina and number 22 Louisville at 4 p.m. tomorrow on the ACC network. Number 19 Notre Dame going up against James Madison. Number 8 TCU hosting Jacksonville. Number 25 Michigan State going up against DePaul, and number 10 Iowa State hosting Northern Iowa. So that is the NCAA men's and women's top 25 games for this weekend. For the sake of time, we will not be covering the National Hockey League score result, but we do have some news in the National Hockey League that I will put on a podcast just for sake of time. Bro, we had a trade. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, that thing on repeat. You about to start making a beat.
I had no repeat. I said had no repeat. My bad. So we did have a trade in the National Hockey League yesterday. A blockbuster. The Canucks traded Quentin Hughes to the Wild for 3 players and a pick. So the Vancouver Canucks captain Quinn Hughes was traded to the Minnesota Wild. That was announced on Friday. It was a blockbuster deal in which Vancouver received 3 roster players: defenseman Zeev Buim, center Marco Rossi, and winger Liam Ogren, as well as a first round pick. So all of this guys is huge, right? Just to even say it was the captain of their team. This was big for Vancouver to let go this guy. And Minnesota obviously gained a great player. For you to get 4 guys and a first round pick, this guy Quinn Hughes must be the deal of the deal. So that's the biggest news we got from the National Hockey League that was released yesterday, and I wanted to cover it today. But appreciate everybody tuning into the Sports Huddle today, especially my cousin Matt, Papa Dennis. Make sure y'all go check him out. Host of Just Unconventional Podcast. He does have new episodes he's dropped over the last couple of weeks, so make sure y'all go check him out. Be on the lookout for more episodes to drop. Thank you to my sponsor, Sugar Cane Sweet Shop. Y'all be blessed. Cousin, it's been a privilege today to have you here on the show, man. I love you as always. You take care of yourselves. You take care of that family. Make sure they get well. You keep me posted. I look forward to seeing you next week. Let me know how that's going to work out for you. But again, thank you for your time always. Y'all be blessed, man. I love you.
Stay tuned, man.
Love you, cuz. Take care of yourself. And until next time.
Peace.
Peace.